Welcome back. I'm AI. This is AI Collectibles. So, what I have for you guys today is a custom built throne for 1/12 scale figures. As you can see, I have Serpentor sitting upon it, holding Cobra Commander's helmet, like he just slayed him, chopped his head off, and he's holding it in victory on his throne. It's a very cool throne. The creator of it is Jaime Vinas. He is on Facebook. He's on some of the GI Joe classified Facebook groups, and yeah, he put up a short batch of these of about 10. Uh, he asked me not to discuss the price, so I won't discuss the price. But regardless, it was very reasonable for what you get. I'm very impressed with it. Um, so let's go over it. Let's get Serpentor here off of it. And sorry about the weird aspect ratio, but I needed to shoot it in this ratio so I could get the whole thing in here. As you can see, it's got this nice red paint on here. Same with the rug that's leading up to the throne, and it's all really well painted. It looks fantastic. The level of detail is amazing. The paint apps are fantastic. There are some chips here and there that happened in transportation, but it happens, and it to me it just kind of adds to the look of it. If it bothered me that much, I could always touch it up as well, right? Like just there and there, just minor stuff, not a big deal, but it looks fantastic, man. It's just such a nice piece. I was not expecting it to be like this blown away by it when I received it. And the color of the gold and how it has like, lighter gold, darker gold. There's some silver aspects throughout. The red really pops on it, and like the green on the eyes. And then when I turn it around, I'll show you as well. Like I'm just surprised at just the detail, the paint, like the sheer heft of it, man. Like if you clubbed a late night intruder in the head, you'd probably fucking kill him. Like it's that sturdy, man. It's really nice. So let's spin her around here and take some closer look at some of the details. Like look at this paint, man. Like the red on the padding, little gold nubs there are all really nicely done. The paint and the scales and the detail throughout it are just beautiful, man. And here on the armrest, you have the snake, and again, it has like and it's subtle, but it has multiple tones of like gold and silver, and it's all like meshed together well and blended together, so it doesn't look bad at all. It looks really nice. And then you spin it around to the back, and you have like kind of the snake symbol here painted in green. Looks really nice. You got snakes up here, the scales, everything's really nicely done. You get the back of the head here as well, and that's the other thing too, is the head articulates. So the mouth opens, right, like so. These teeth tucked in, they move forward, and then the tongue comes down as well, right? And then it articulates back up about that much and forward quite a bit, right? And then you pop the teeth back, shove the tongue up, close the mouth. And like the green paint on the eyes is really well done too. The only thing missing paint really is like the ball joint in here that it rests on, which makes sense because it's, if you move it around a lot, you're going to get some wear and tear, right? And see, that's what I'm talking about. It's a little bit of a paint chip. And if it bothered me that much, I could repaint it. But the other cool thing is these. These are like little lasers, right? And he also included these blast effects that plug in. Like so. And I mean, be careful with articulating the head because you don't want to chip the paint. These are all painted. And I believe these were printed in the same material as the rest of it. So, but that looks really good. I like the paint, the red and the orange and the yellow all blends together, and they're just some nice effects, right? And those pop right off. And it's got some holes there in the back to plug them in. So we'll take those out. Like so. And then we'll talk about kind of the pad that the throne sits on. And again, you get this nice carpet, like the way it looks like it drapes the paint. It's like red with some black highlights in there. It looks really well done. The pedestal, I guess you would call it, that the throne sits on is a nice gold. You can see like the different marks and cracks and stuff. Same on the front. You got some little chips there and some cracks, and it just looks like it's worn, right? Well worn. And same on the back. You get more of that draped rug. So it's just really beautifully done. Like I'm I can't express how blown away I was with this thing when I opened it up yesterday. And then, you know, it's got a little cutout here so that the throne settles in there nicely. And then you pull Serpentor in, or whoever, right? You can add whatever figure you want. If you collect, imagine Conan, like the Mezco Conan, or the Death Dealer, or, some Masters of the Universe, like Skeletor, Hordak, or even some of the Snake Men sitting upon this throne. They would look fantastic, right? Even some of the, I think it's the Metaverse Masters of the Universe figures. They're a little larger too, actually. Let me grab one for scale. Alright, so I grabbed some Masters of the Universe figures that we can throw on there. The Origins figures might be a little small, but I don't know. That kind of works, right? Throw Skeletor off to the side. And then you get the larger scale Master of the Universe figures. And this thing reminds me of the old like He-Man playset I had when I was a kid, where it had the mouth that opened up and you poured the slime in and it poured down on top of whoever you had in it. And I always thought that was pretty cool. See, the thing is, this is a little hard, so it's kind of hard to get him to sit. But we'll make it work for this. Maybe. Come on, He-Man. Ugh. This is turning out to be a little harder than I thought. But still works. Right? You get He-Man sitting upon the throne. Right? Imagine this. You got him there hanging out. If you had like one of, I guess, like the animal, like warrior drapings from Conan or something, if you wanted to drape that over his shoulders, it would look really cool as well, eh? So yeah, I love this throne though. It's gonna look great in my display with Serpentor sitting upon it. I'm really impressed with it. It goes together so nicely. Just fits nicely. He looks badass. I was worried that it was going to look a little too big for 112 figures, but it fits, man. Like, it's such a presence, and it'll have such a presence on the shelf as well, right? Like, it's just really beautifully done. So, like I said, I'm going to put Jamie's name below. You can search him out on Facebook. I'll also put a link to the G.I. Joe Facebook group that he's in. And he said if there's enough interest, he'd be willing to do another run of these. So you would have a chance to get in and get one of these if you like them, because they're gorgeous, man. Like, I can't stress enough. I was not prepared for what I got in hand. Like, the pictures just don't do it justice. Once you get it in hand, it's just a beautiful piece and something great to add to the collection. So I wanted to say thank you to you guys that watch my content, that like and subscribe, leave comments below, and I'll respond to all comments. And yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you guys, and I am out of here.